just don't worry about it. You're resting.
And it's one thing that was said to me at the start line, probably when I was most scared, was the only difference between nerves and excitement is a big deep breath. And that's what everyone needs to remember is take that deep breath and see how it goes. Just relax. Get that heart rate down, just breathe and enjoy it for what it is. So we're into this week as well. People are wondering, what do they need to bring? What kind of preparation do we need to do? Big thing and big topic that comes up every year is carb loading. What do we need to eat? You know, what kind of key tips are we looking at now a couple of days out?
Yeah. So like, I'm sure like the key too is not to change too many things, right? Like the danger is you change too much this week and your body isn't used to it. And then it gives a reaction that you don't want. Like trust yourself that you're ready for this. And like, I know we need to carb load and everything, but we also don't want to like drown ourselves in carbs that we feel like so heavy. And also too, we must remember too, like carbs are made up of sugars as well. So like you don't want to be getting too much of sugar crashes and all that too as well, you know. I just think keep everything normal. Majority of people will have done probably up to 30K long runs, right? Leading into this. And they've hopefully learned a couple of tricks from that, how to get through. And like I always say to anyone, even that I'm coaching, if you're running 30K by yourself in training, you're going to be able to handle 42K the day of Dublin Marathon. Like that's without a doubt. So I think nutrition wise, just keep things simple. Like you don't want to be getting bad reactions. Like, so at the end of the day, I always say you are your average, right? You are your average. So like just do what's good kind of like as what you have been doing up to now. And it'll be good and more just look to rest this week. That would be the biggest thing. Try and bank up as much sleep as possible. Like figuring out places in life that you can deload. Obviously, like, you know, people have to work, but can you take a day off this week? Is that possible for somebody? Is it possibly to have less responsibility elsewhere? Just to make that effort to give yourself headspace more than you don't run into the weekend and next thing the weekend's gone ahead of you and you haven't thought about what you need to bring with you, you know? So from the nutritional point of view, in terms of race day, like have it broken down almost what you're going to do at least 2 days before so you don't have to be thinking about it on the day. And I mean like just simple. What's your breakfast? What's your lunch? What's your dinner? Make sure you're hydrating the couple of days beforehand, but also make sure not to overhydrate. The last thing you want to be doing is drinking too much water before going to bed and then getting up all night long, going to the toilet and disturbing your sleep, right? So like we can also overhydrate and flush the minerals out of ourselves. So, you know, just keep everything. I think the best thing to do is, as you said there, take that deep breath, calmness now. That's basically what's going to help people here. But have your strategy, you know, in terms of your fueling. So, you know, the night before, are you taking a carb mix on or what are you eating, right? Just have that. Don't let anything disturb you this week. Don't let new advice come in this week and deter you from your usual, you know, because everyone does things slightly differently. And then the morning of, like, what I always say, work back from the time of the race. Okay. So like what time is the race starting at? So what time before the race do you need to be on the starting line? So what time before the race do you need to be finished your warm up if you are doing a warm up? So that means what time do you need to be starting your warm up? Then what time do you need to be parked relative to wherever you're staying in order to walk to the venue? Like I always do that days of races. I always track back from the start time and then just time stacking so I can see, boom, I have to be up at this time in the morning. I'm having my breakfast at this. I'm getting down on the floor, doing a little bit of foam rolling mobility before I leave the house to go. And then in terms of gear and everything, that's all laid out the night before. So what you're wearing race day, all the gels, all the drinks, that's all there.